Hi, my name is Austin Bollinger. I'm the program technician here at Extended and Continuing Education. Program technician is kind of an odd term, but basically what I do here is I manage our website, I manage all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, all of that good stuff. I help my boss Christy set up classes, but primarily I design. So you see stuff come out like this was last summer's Horizons brochure. I did that. That was my first project here. The training and development brochure, that's for on-campus training. And then every semester we do a continuing education catalog. And basically what that is, it's a catalog for community classes such as cooking, things like that. But we also do Photoshop. Jessica King does beginning, intermediate, and advanced Photoshop. And our feedback has been phenomenal. Jessica does a great job. But the one complaint I hear is Photoshop's too expensive. Everyone takes the class, they learn it, they have fun with it, but then they can't afford to download Photoshop and use it. So Jessica told me about this program called Sumo Paint. It's an online photo editor. You just go to the website, you upload pictures, and you can edit straight in the browser, or you can pay $25 and download it. And I haven't played with it very much. I've played with it about 5 minutes, but I want to take about 10 minutes, and I want to use some of the photos that Jessica uses in her class, and I want to try to achieve the same results. So I'm just going to try this out for 10 minutes. If you want to watch, feel free. I think this is going to be a great alternative to Photoshop, and if so, we may do a class on it this spring. So I'm just going to take 10 minutes, see what I can come up with.
Okay, so if you head on over to your favorite internet browser and go ahead and go to www.sumopaint.com, you'll find this is your landing page. You'll notice in the top left hand corner it'll have the Sumo Paint icon, which is a little sumo wrestler I'm assuming, and it says 19 euros buy now. So if you go on over to Google, you'll notice that 19 euros converts to roughly 26 bucks. That's really cheap in comparison to, let's go check out Photoshop just really quick. Let's see, buy now. So the full version is $699. That's a huge difference. Photoshop's really expensive. I will say it's an amazing program. With that said, we're here to find out exactly how well Sumo Paint stands up to it. Alright, so you can see here it says upgrade to Pro. That's where you go and you spend your 19 euros and download it, or you can go open Sumo Paint and open it up inside your browser. Now what I'm going to do is take some of the images Jessica uses, and I'm going to try to achieve the same results that she does, but I'm going to try to do it in Sumo Paint. So like I said before, I've only used this for roughly 5 minutes. I will point out a few of the options here. New image lets you start fresh, so you can just start painting. Most people don't use that. You can open from HD, which stands for hard drive. You can open from URL. I'm guessing open from Sumo means there's free stuff you can grab. And there's also full screen mode, which I'm going to activate now. I'm also going to say let's open from hard drive, and let's see, where do I want to start? I'm going to use this one. So Jessica uses this image to teach curves. So quickly I'm going to show you the tools. We've got the select tool. In Photoshop you get marching ants. It's not the case here. Here's your select tool. So once you have selected, or your move tool, so once you have something selected you can move it around. Let's see, use these undo back arrows here. And a lot of these tools look pretty familiar. Magic wand tool, lasso tool, ink, brush, so forth and so on. You can take a look at those. Crop tool. Okay. In Photoshop you get a preview of the crop before you let go. It appears that you don't get that option in here. So anyway, let's go to adjustments and grab curves. So if you're used to Photoshop, you'll notice this looks really similar. So let's just go ahead and see if we can boost the curves of this image like Jess does in Photoshop. Okay, that looks really good. It works exactly like Photoshop. I personally use levels a lot, so let's test this out. Crunch the blacks a little bit, brighten up the brights. So that looks really good. Really simple, easy menu. There's no excess stuff here, only what you need. Desaturate. So we go from that to that, which looks way better. So hue and saturation, let's try that one out. Saturate. Change the hue if you're a stylistic type person. Me, I'm a realistic type person, so I would turn this in as a finished image. So okay, so there's our adjustments. Play with those. They look to be pretty well like Photoshop. Photoshop probably has more options, but I'd say if you figure out how to combine these options, you can achieve the same effects, and for $25, I'd say it's well worth it. Let's try a different image. Let's see, healing brush. Let's use this one and try to get rid of these skin blemishes. Now, Photoshop has a spot healing brush, which I'm a huge fan of, but it also has a clone stamp tool. So I can't find a spot healing brush in here, but we can achieve the same results with clone stamp tool. So click this little icon. That's going to allow you to pick a spot to sample from, and once you've sampled it, then you can start painting. And once you start painting, if you want to do a different spot, you have to resample. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here, grab another sample, go through painting. So the spot sample is relative to your cursor. So if you pick a spot that's just to the left of where you're painting, it's always going to be just to the left of where you're painting. Like so. Okay, that doesn't look good. Let's go ahead and undo that last one. Okay, so roughly it works the same way. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. I wish there was a spot healing brush, but for $25, I'd say we can work around that. Go ahead and close this image. Jessica also does some photo effects in class. I think it's in the advanced. Let's see. I think it's this image. Yeah. She takes this image and makes it look like the baby is swinging really fast using a blur filter. So let's go see what kind of filters we have. Edge detection, light. She uses a blur filter. She uses radial. So already looks like we've got similar. I will say in Photoshop, when you use this, this little thing here that lets you select the center of where the effect begins, it makes you select it and you have a grid rather than a preview of the picture. So it's kind of annoying. You have just like a little 3x3 grid and you kind of have to compare and guess. This program looks like it gives you real-time preview, so that's really awesome. You'll notice that you might notice this looks a little pixelated, looks a little bad. Boost the quality to 100%. It may take a little longer to render, but well worth it. So let's make it go, increase the zoom, make it look like it's going really fast. Okay, let's turn that back down to low. See what the blending effects do. Whoa, that's not what we want. These options aren't available in Photoshop that I'm aware of. So that's the same effect that Jessica does in Photoshop, and we just did it in a $25 application. So I'm not noticing there's as near as many filters up here, but I'm sure all the ones that it does have are really good. And the great thing about these kind of applications is they're always updating, they're always improving, whereas Photoshop may be a year before they come out with a new $600 version. This probably offers more frequent updates. So it looks like a really good substitute for Photoshop. I think I might spend $25 to download this and see how long I can go without ever using Photoshop again. Let's see what we have in our layer effects. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, Control C, delete. Let's go to the layer effects and the effects panel and see what we have in here. Looks like we have not as many effects as Photoshop does, but it looks like we have all the key ones. We have Photoshop, or we have drop shadow, all the same stuff there. Inner shadow, all the same stuff there. We have outer glow, inner glow, bevel. Just turn them off and on with the eyeball. Color overlay, select any color you want. Color picker looks the same as Photoshop. Stroke, add a border to it there. Gradient bevel and gradient glow. Not sure why it's called gradient glow. It seems like just gradient overlay like Photoshop. So I encourage you to go to sumopaint.com and try it out for yourself. If you discover anything really useful, let me know. I'm on Twitter, on Facebook. You can email me at ajbollinger@sumo.edu. I'd be happy to hear from you. And if you think this would make for a good continuing education class, let me know that as well, because if we get a bunch of responses, I may do a class on this after I start using it more. And like I said, I'm probably going to download this and keep playing with it, so as I find stuff out about it, I'll upload the videos and let you know. Thanks for watching.